lot of CC available to LNG, and they've got themselves a very bog standard fronted back team fight. You're looking to try and keep this Kalista and Corki safe. Yes, you'll have the package for a little bit of engage, but for LNG, if they can keep this Kalista throwing in those spears, getting up to Ren's, you know, kind of execute range, this could be a very bad fight for JDG, but they're kind of fighting fire with fire. Both teams with 3 frontliners, good engage, and good ADCs to put out the DPS.
And this is what we're talking about for JDG, just hard committing to more CC so you can provide engages onto Doomby, on towards Light, making sure that they're not comfortable in these fights. So I'm going to be keeping my eyes on Ala and Tarzan for that. But already, as we talked about Kanabi and Yagao trying to change the course of play.
There you go. Going to be forced to back away from here. Missing goes in with the headbutt. Pulverize to try and turn this one right back round. That's first blood going over. Ala actually here in the bot lane trying to dissuade the dive, but he's just kind of wasting his time. And actually gets charmed up as well on the back of that. He's going to be punted backwards as well. And he's just nowhere for him to go. Flashes over to the red buff and keeps himself alive. But this is terrible for LNG.
Yeah, no.
Not really a part of this, and JDG, they feel confident, but I don't know how confident you should be. We are going to see the unbreakable force coming in here for missing as the Keeper's Verdict completely whiffs. Now the Alistair shall be turned into steak. Bit of mincemeat there, and honestly, that was a bit scuffed from JDG.
Picking up the Rift Herald as we talked about, they're going to be able to put that down in any of the lanes, honestly, because taking these tiers 2 is going to be so good.
Yeah, Nagao is just feeling confident right now. He's going to miss the charm, but he lands the Everfrost and gets himself another kill. JDG 5-1 up, 6,000 gold ahead. They've stopped the dragon stacking. They've taken out Hope, who's a big benefactor of that. He's been equaled right now for his... Oh, actually Doonby going to get caught out a little bit, but he's got himself a jungler to try and help him out, but not enough. Nagao gonna get himself away. They're gonna see the ultimate will land. Ala does not quite get it, and that's gonna be a nice little pick off there for JDG.
Completely caught out. Bone plating as well, procced already off of the W from Yagao, so a lot of the initial damage that came through from this mid-jungle duo of JDG doesn't get alleviated, and then Yagao just able to dodge away, but we're back in.
We're back in, and LNG are back out. They're going to have to see Doomby go straight back into the grey screen. Yagao pushing forward. He lands it onto the side of Iwandi. I think this game is very quickly running away from them right now, and honestly, it looks like LNG have just fallen asleep. JDG have just kind of been slapping them about.
Picking up the Rift Herald as we talked about, they're going to be able to put that down in any of the lanes, honestly, because taking these tiers 2 is going to be so good.
Yeah, Nagao is just feeling confident right now. He's going to miss the charm, but he lands the Everfrost and gets himself another kill. JDG 5-1 up, 6,000 gold ahead. They've stopped the dragon stacking. They've taken out
the Rift Herald, so JDG now just going to threaten the mid inhibitor, and Iwandi will be able to make it out, but this is not the spot here.
I mean, they're going to try and go on the 369. He's already flashed over. He's still very tanky, though, because he picked up a force of nature. He's not quite going down. They're investing so much, and he doesn't even fall. Now we can try to turn this one out, because the cavalry is on its way. Like you said, 369 perfectly baiting out absolutely everything. He will eventually fall, but not before they trade it back. This is LNG in pure desperation mode, and they're losing it across the map.
Hope going to be able to pick up the kill. That's now the mid and jungle for LNG dead. They can turn over towards the Baron as JDG.
9,000 health now on top of this Baron as the rest of JDG are here. You're going to have the Orange try to come in. Missing gets hooked up and goes straight into his ultimate status. They're going to use a Fate's Call to try and disengage. A little bit of fish in barrel right now. If they can get Doomby to put down some decent work here, they might be able to try and turn this one after the fact. They will lose the Baron as JDG secure that. They've lost their support, but now they can re-engage on the fight. They no longer have a split focus as Ala trying to see if he can make something work here. He's going to try to slow down 369, but it's a rate of 1-for-1. Both supports go down and JDG get the Baron. Your tank, and that's a lot of your engage. All your front line no longer there, and you're getting minions knocking at your top and mid inhibitor turrets. They're going to fall very, very easily, and yeah, JDG, they're just walking all over LNG.
I mean, easy straight through.
Oh, they landed the hook. It was really, really good onto the side of Hope, but he eventually falls down. You've lost one of your big damage dealers, but can the Kalista and the Corki do enough damage? These tanks are huge, and you can see them looking for it. They're almost there, and they're finally turning it back around. It was a hook of gods from Iwandi that just keeps LNG alive.
Somehow he managed to get onto Hope, squeeze it through all the tanks. The second of phenomenal Nautilus hook that we've seen today, but now LNG, can they actually try and contest on towards the objective? 369 going to TP back in,
Oh, Doonby, he goes into GA, so he will be coming back up in a second. They're going to try and take down the Tarzan so they don't have themselves a knock up in from the Ornn as he TPs back in. Doonby flashes away, but everybody's already so low. I felt like LNG, you had to go for it. You had to try something, otherwise you would have lost this game anyway. And sadly for them, despite a really good fight, they are still going to end up losing this dragon and probably the game.
Yeah, 369 pushing in the mid lane, trying to get those super creeps in towards the Nexus. LNG, the clock's ticking and it feels like your time is up.
Yeah, time is up. You got to pick a moment. Where do you fight? You could maybe get another fantastic ultimate from the side, or a fantastic fight from the side of LNG, but they're still going to go for it. 369 did aggress quite far onto Light, but Iwandi's already fallen down. They're going to jump straight back into this. Look at Corki and Light. They're still going very powerful, but Hope is huge alongside Yagao, and there's just too much resources, so much gold difference between these two teams, and that's going to be the game, the set, and the match. JDG up to 7-1.
JDG go with the win. LNG are thwarted, and with that, as you say, 7-1 for JDG, and an unfortunate scoreline coming through as a start for LNG. Now 5-3